Well everybody, it has finally been announced, The Elder Scrolls 6. So I've been holding off making this video for a few days as I just thought, you know what, I'm going to properly look over this trailer, I'm going to try and get every single detail I can, I'm going to try and catalogue it, I'm going to try and just look into this as much as I possibly can in my spare time, just to try and work out exactly where The Elder Scrolls 6 is probably going to take place. Now I haven't seen any YouTube videos on this, I haven't looked at any information online, I've just literally been trying to do this from my own ideas, because I've been a big fan of the Elder Scrolls series for a very long time, and I've loved looking at the lore. I'd say probably even maybe before the Witcher lore, and I've loved this game series so much. So I've so far come up with two possible locations about where the Elder Scrolls 6 could be set, and this is High Rock and Hammerfell. The one that I think is probably more likely is Hammerfell. So as I'm sure you've seen from today's title, I'm going to do a video on where I think the Elder Scrolls 6 will take place. So I talked about in the intro just there that I thought it was High Rock and Hammerfell, and I have more ideas I'd say for Hammerfell, but I've got a couple for why it could be High Rock as well. So first of all, there is one thing we have pretty much confirmed for us. Well, the first thing I decided to do when I saw this trailer was obviously go to the map. So, first of all, I looked on the map, and I knew this was going to be on the west coastline of Tamriel, just based on the fact I knew it wouldn't be in Morrowind or, say, Blackmarsh, as just look at the architecture. I mean, and obviously the surroundings. So I knew it was either going to be High Rock or Hammerfell. And the reason I'm going more towards Hammerfell is if you look in this trailer, I'll zoom in out an image on screen, but you can see there is 3 spikes jutting out of the side of the land. And if you look at this map, you can see there are 3 spikes jutting out the side of this map in Hammerfell. I think that there is almost evidence enough to support that it's probably going to be in Hammerfell, but there is a few more things that I'd actually like to point out as well. So the next thing that I imagine everybody's attention got drawn to, just like mine, was the kind of castle town looking place directly to the coast. You can kind of see it, I'll zoom in on screen, you'll be able to see it, and if you look next to it, there appears to be some giant kind of crater or gorge. So I looked on the lore and I looked through a lot of different things, and I came across one thing that seemed to be representing of a crater and a town in Hammerfell, and this was a place known as Azra's Crossing. And if you look at where Azra's Crossing is, it's really interesting because it seems to actually fit the exact area we're coming in from. Because if you look around, this area is very mountainous and it's on the coast. Azra's Crossing is pretty much on the coast, it sort of borders High Rock, and it has a giant crater next to it. And you can also see that there are mountains around it as well. So this place is probably Azra's Crossing, it may not be, but for now I'm pretty certain that it is Azra's Crossing. That's another landmark we can take out of this and say it's probably Hammerfell. And also, a lot of you may be asking, you said it's not going to be on the east coastline, but it's going to be on the west, what about the south or north? And the reason I'm saying it's the west coastline is because if you look at the way in which the shadows are, the sun would have to be in the west. So the next part is actually some information that I found on the wiki, and it states that Hammerfell has vast mountains, grasslands, and deserts. So the impression that we get is that Hammerfell is all deserts, but that's actually not true. It also has grasslands and mountain ranges. And as you can see from the picture, that fits the description perfectly. It's pretty much grasslands, it's a little bit patchy, and there's mountain ranges. And also, I actually just noticed something as I'm actually looking at the image. You can see in the background there are mountains that have snow on them. They're snow-capped mountains. And if you look at the map yet again, this could be where it borders Skyrim. Because as you know, down from the Reach, it has mountains which are snow-capped. Originally, I was of the mind that it could potentially be taking place in another continent, it may be taking place in, say, Akavir, but now after looking at it more and more and seeing that there appears to be a lot of lore that supports the environment that we're looking at here, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Hammerfell. So there are a few things that don't support this theory, and it's the fact that the Elder Scrolls has already taken place technically in Hammerfell. It took place in an island just off from Hammerfell called Strosmakai. And as we know, the Elder Scrolls, there are so many different places, they wouldn't want to make a game in the same place twice, but to be fair, they never actually went into central Hammerfell, and as we know, this game could possibly take place not only in Hammerfell but also High Rock. But one piece of evidence I'd say that would support this theory is the fact that if you think about Skyrim, what was the island they dig just off Skyrim? It was Solstheim, and that was in Morrowind. And obviously we've already been to Morrowind before, so why do that? This almost seems like a kind of reverse of that. And if you think about this, it shows that Bethesda is not scared of visiting similar places more than once if they think it will have a good story. Now also in this trailer, if you look right down and see where the 3 spikes are, just off from the first spike you can see there appears to be some sort of town. And after studying the map, there does appear to be a few towns along the Hammerfell coastline. I'm not particularly sure which one it is, but from the map, I'm pretty sure you guys can make good guesses of that anyway. As you can see, this place is probably Hammerfell. And the reason I said before that it might have been High Rock is because of the fact that if you look to the right and see the sea, it appears that there is nothing out there. Whereas on the maps, you can see the High Rock does kind of curve over Hammerfell a bit, and there appears to be no land to the right. But yet again, this could just be a visual thing where they haven't shown us that purposely so we don't have a completely solid idea. Because if there was a landmass to the right of this, then we would know this is definitely Hammerfell. But anyway guys, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. This video is not meant to be a particularly long video, as there is not a lot of information we can get from this 40-second trailer, as obviously the Elder Scrolls 6 appears to be in pre-production. But I'm not going to milk this, I'm just going to do one video. I hope this is enough for you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll probably do some Elder Scrolls lore at some point, as I do really like the Elder Scrolls. But for now, the next video will be a Witcher lore video, so I hope you all look forward to that. I hope this video has been enjoyable enough for you guys. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter, guys. I'm going to do updates on there whenever I post a video. I'll have probably post this video on Twitter as well. So yeah, be sure to go and follow me on there. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, so I'm going to do some games on there soon. And if you follow me on there, you get the notification when I go live. And also, thank you so much to the Patreon pledges. You guys are great. Thank you for donating. You've helped make videos like these, and you've helped make all the videos that I'd say are probably higher quality than these, as this video is just meant to be a little fun thing for me to do. But honestly, thank you all so much for donating. You're all very, very kind. And also, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who likes and comments on the video, as that helps support the channel. It's very kind of you guys, so be sure to click the like button, as it really helps me out, guys. Anyway guys, I'll see you all later. Have an awesome rest of the week.